whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Let me get this straight. So, I was wrong, okay? I thought Shanks was Luffy's father, okay? Because, and it looked like Oda was building up towards that. Cause it was like, it's that red-headed buffoon's fault for filling your head with all these stories of pirates. I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna get the confirmation. Shanks is Luffy's father. That's why I was like before, like, yeah, I would love to see these two meet up on the Grand Line. I'm thinking father and son showdown for the One Piece. I'm thinking that's what it's gonna be, right? No, Shanks. At first, no, that's not him. You know, we find out Shanks is one of the four emperors. I'm like, Oda just took the world building and he just, wow, just expanded it, okay? Because not only do we have the government, but then we have the seven warlords. Now we have the four emperors. But that ain't enough. Oda's just like, Kryptonian, you ain't learned yet. I keep telling you. I got a big bag of epic shit, and I'm just going to keep pulling stuff up out of it, right? That's exactly what happened, right? I'm still wrapping my head around the fact that Shanks not only, and it explains why Shanks is on an island by himself. I'm guessing that's one of the islands that he runs, or a series of islands, because it's explained to us that the four warlords have sections in the second half of the Grand Line that they just run by themselves. They run it with an iron fist. I'm like, how the hell did Shanks not only get that powerful that fast, or he's on the same level as Whitebeard, okay? But at the same time, he's on the second half of the Grand Line, which is to be expected. It's been, what, 10 years? But then, he's basically Crocodile on steroids. How strong is Shanks? Like, how strong is this dude? That's the first thing. But then, Oda says, ha, you're already used to Shanks. Let me just reach back to, Viz calls it Rogue Town, but I've seen online it's called Lube Town. So I think it's going to be Lube Town because of the fact that, like, they call Zolo, or they call Zoro Zolo in the manga. So I'm guessing this is the case here. The L's and the R's got changed up. So I'm all the way back in Lube Town. You have this person show up and he saves Luffy, right? And he saves him from Smoker. And just the guy by himself basically made Smoker piss himself. And so as Garp is explaining everything, he says, heard you met your father. I'm going, who the fuck is his father? And I'm like, oh, he's got to be talking about Shanks. But I was like, wait a second. Shanks hasn't met Luffy on the Grand Line. And so now I'm thinking, like, who could his father be? Like, who is his father? Is Enel his father? Like, I don't know who his father is. And I was like, it can't be Enel. And so I'm just running through a checklist. Was not expecting it to be this dude, Monkey D. Dragon, okay? Was not expecting that, man. It was like the guy that stopped Smoker from arresting Luffy, he's a pretty fucking big deal. I didn't expect that one either, because one of the things that we see is as soon as that gets told, everyone, they do like the classic Shonen thing, like, on the ground and shocked, the legs up in the air, and you're going, okay, this is pretty damn big. Where's this going? And turns out this dude is leading the revolutionary faction that's going against the world government. And that blows my head, because this is the thing on this, right? He's the world's most wanted criminal. And the fact that that's Luffy's father tells you Luffy's about to, it's going to be interesting where he's at. I don't know if Oda's going like the Civil War route, where like in the comic book arc where Spider-Man was torn between Team Iron Man and Team Captain America, and he flip-flopped on both sides, and there was a lot of ethical stuff he had to make a decision at one point. I don't know if that's where he's building up towards, where, you know, Luffy has his father with the revolutionary stuff, his grandfather's part of the world government, and his mentor, Shanks, is one of the four emperors. Like, I don't know if that's what this is, where he's going to put Oda in a position where, not Oda, Oda's going to put Luffy in a position where he's going to have to choose which side to go at, because these are all different factions that are working against each other. Very interested to see where that goes, but just the fact that Luffy has all of these connections, so much stuff is making sense, okay? So much stuff is making sense, and the fact that even Robin says, it says something about being able to go up against the world government like Luffy just did, and then she ties it back to Luffy's father, and it blows my head. Like, I didn't know Shanks. Like, I had a feeling Shanks was a pretty big deal based on the fact that like Doflamingo and the rest of them were talking about him, but also the fact that you have Luffy's grandfather being the vice admiral. You have his father being the world's most wanted criminal. And then they say, wow, Luffy's pretty connected. I'm like, no, he's pretty fucking connected. He's like what Ichigo was in Bleach, where Ichigo literally had, if there's a power source in Bleach, Ichigo had it. Like, he was part human, he was part Shinigami, he was part Fullbringer, he was part Quincy, he was part Hollow. He had all of them just all tied up inside of him. And it was revealed very gradually over the series. Oda just said, I've been building up towards this since the very beginning. You didn't even catch it. And this is what's crazy, right? When Garp is going through how he was training Luffy and Ace, it told us two things. The first thing, that's where Ace gets his habit of just randomly falling asleep, as well as Luffy. Because, I mean, monkey see, monkey do. That's exactly what Garp did. But the other thing is, he said he was building them up to be strong Navy men. And Luffy says, I told you I wanted to be a pirate. And it's one of those moments where, like, I don't have kids. I don't want them for a while. But it's one of those things where, you know, parents want their kids to walk a certain road or walk a certain path. They want them to succeed where they couldn't, you know. And it's one of those things where you have to understand, like, your kids, they have their own personality. They have their own stuff that they're talented at, their own passions, ambitions, and drives. And you got to understand, let them go their own path. Support them. And if they fall on their face, be there to say, hey, this is what you did wrong. What can I do to help? Sorry that didn't work out. And Luffy's grandfather is just like typical evil bad parent. I mean, I thought it was a pretty good contrast on how that was being set up. I thought that was pretty good the way the Oda just slipped that in there, where one parent being Dragon basically said, I got a revolutionary to take care of. The son pops a rolling stone. He basically did what Ging did in Hunter x Hunter. And it's like, yeah, I can't be bothered with a kid. And the grandfather's just like, I threw him in the jungle, did whatever, it's to make him tougher. And it ties back into the cover stories, where that's exactly what he did with his training for Helmeppo and with Kobe. And speaking of, like, Kobe and Helmeppo, they get completely negative taken out by Luffy and Zoro. That was a quick fight. And I like how as soon as Luffy sees Kobe and Kobe announces who he is, he has the same reaction I did. He was like, wait, you were that chubby little kid that was a crybaby. Since when did you get a growth spurt? And it's just like, how long have they been on the Grand Line? Has it been that long? I don't think it's been that long. Maybe a year, two. You know, One Piece is, you know, tricky because I know that time has to pass between island to island, but we haven't really gotten a clear timestamp. Like, 2 years ago they were on this. We haven't really got that. So it just shows that time has progressed. Time has progressed because Kobe was super short. Looks like he's gone through puberty. To be a little crude here, but he's gone through puberty. He's got a little hair down there. He's got a little bass in his voice now. You know, hair's growing out. I totally didn't recognize him. Same thing, Helmeppo. Like, he's got like the little thing that Shino's got at the end of Naruto. He's got like the eyes covered up and everything, and when he takes them off you can see the resemblance. But I actually like the designs. Like, if you notice, I haven't called Helmeppo little scrunch face, screw face bastard. I don't remember exactly what I was calling him back then, but I just didn't like his character. He was so annoying, and he almost annoyed me to the point where Spandam did. Like, nobody's gonna top Spandam, but he almost got me to that point, and I refused to call him by his real name. And I like the design. I really like the designs for this. This is really cool. Kobe actually has a badass design. Like, Kobe before reminded me of that kid that was always in the corner, got his little book, reading, got his little juice box, you know, drinking, got the little snack packs right there. And every now and then he might act up, throw the snack pack up against the wall, and the teacher says nothing to him because, well, hey, he's going to do that from time to time. And if he doesn't, he gets picked on. So we'll just leave him alone. Like, that's what I got with Kobe. Kobe looked like now he might come up and be like, I'm Mr. Steal Your Bitch. Like that's the vibe I got off of Kobe now, man. Like to see that level of growth in him when he got introduced in chapter 2. If you would have told me way back when I first started One Piece that this would be Kobe, now I would not believe you. Like I would debate you left and right. I didn't see that level of growth coming. So this was really unexpected, really good. Can't wait to see where Oda's taking this next. My chapter question for you all is between I got 2 questions. Between Kobe and Helmeppo's new designs, which one do you prefer the most? The second question is, what are your thoughts about Luffy having ties to so many different people? His ties to the Vice Admiral. He has ties to one of the 4 Emperors. And now his father is part of the Revolutionary Army and he's leading it. What are your thoughts on that? And could this Revolutionary Army be tied to the Poneglyphs? Because we do know that an entire nation trying to rise up against, and the world government is trying to keep that secret. You know, that I believe it's like the 800-year period. Very interesting stuff. I'm wondering if Oda is tying all this in this way. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.